'Tis Hallows Eve. Is that what October 30th is? Anyway, yeah, let's do it. So, welcome to another Halloween Field video. I thought I would, in this one, do a ranking of the Halloween timelines. So there's 6 timelines in total, because we all know this franchise has taken alternate routes when it comes to sequels, reboots, and what have you. So I'm going to, well, rank them. So it's all my personal opinion. If you have your own, do feel free to share down in the comments. So let's go. So, coming in at number 6, it is the Rob Zombie timeline. Yeah, his 2 remakes that he did. Well, his remake of the first one, then his sequel to that one. I mean, it was interesting seeing Rob Zombie's take on it, but the second film a bit... But, yeah, this was interesting to see this franchise through the eyes of another person who is a fan of the original series. Yes, so... Next, number 5, it is the Thorn timeline. So in this one is Halloween, the original, and Halloween 2, and then the Thorn trilogy, which is Halloween 4, 5, and The Curse of Michael Myers. I thought, this was, interesting, giving Michael a reason why he kills and that, having him being driven by a curse. But they ended up going nowhere with this one in the end, especially when the 6th film came out and it was, had a lot of studio interference. But, yeah, I did like the start of it, but after that it was just a mess. Okay, next, number 4, it is the anthology timeline, which is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now, I get that, John Carpenter wanted to take this series in a different direction by going anthology, but of course that failed miserably. Halloween 3 just didn't do it at all. Nobody liked it when it came out, but has since gained a cult following, and it makes me think, if the anthology idea took off, would Halloween 4 have carried on from Halloween 3? And then that would have concluded a story there before they try another 2 movies. Because I believe there was one idea for him to have a toy maker in one. I don't know, but Halloween 3, if you ignore the bit where it says Halloween 3 and just watch it as like Season of the Witch, it is a good entry, a good film. But, this one just wasn't liked when it came out. But, like I say, Halloween 3 is still a good horror. So coming in at number 3, it is the H2O timeline. In this one, it consists of Halloween and Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O 20 years later, and Halloween Resurrection. So, ignoring all the films except for the first 2, Halloween, H2O, takes place 20 years after the events of the first 2, where Laurie is now living under a new identity, but of course Michael finds her, and she's in California now. Yeah, this has the 90s all over it, but it was a decent serving of a third entry that I think people wanted, and was a great way to end it there. But of course, studios got greedy and wanted another installment, so they retconned Michael's execution and gave us Halloween Resurrection. And Jamie Lee Curtis was contracted to do another one, and she only agreed to do it if she can get killed in the opening scene, and that is probably one of the best parts of that film. But yeah, the whole cheesy showdown with Busta Rhymes, just, I like it, but for all the wrong reasons. It's just a bit absurd. So, the H2O timeline. Coming in at number 2 is the Requel timeline, or the Old Man Myers timeline, which consists of Halloween and then David Gordon Green's trilogy, Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So when they revealed this were going to be a follow-on from just the first movie and not even Halloween 2 being counted and Michael and Laurie not being siblings this time, I was like, can it work? Will it work? And it did. I mean, the fact that Michael and Laurie aren't siblings this time, I think John Carpenter only came up with that solution because he had writer's block. But yeah, I was well impressed with Halloween 2018, and how Laurie has gone from the final girl into a fighting warrior against Michael, and the fact that they got Nick Castle to briefly come back for a cameo as Michael, but James Duke Courtney was a good stand-in for him as Michael. It was just a great a great way to mark the 40th anniversary of the original. And then we got Halloween It Kills, which was a year late because for obvious reasons, but I thought this was a good follow-on too. People don't like Halloween Kills, but I personally do like it. I feel like the ante is upped and Michael is on form. This is one for Michael. Also, we get some returning characters again from the old films. And then Halloween Ends, very divisive. I mean, we sort of, Laurie and Michael's story sort of becomes like a side point, and there's a main focus between Corey and Laurie's granddaughter Allison. Yeah, I was very disappointed by this one, but on a second viewing, I thought, okay, so yeah, this film was affected a bit by COVID, and I guess David Gordon Green wanted to make this film how he wanted to make it, and thought he's done enough fan service with the previous two, and wanted to try something in a new approach. But yeah, they didn't go anywhere with the Corey character, other than him becoming the new shape, then to just get rid of that. But at least we got an end to this storyline. I'm glad we got to see that to the end, but not the strongest entry of them three, Halloween Ends. And number one, does it need saying? It is the original timeline. This, of course, being Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2 1981. So this one, it's like one big movie, because Halloween 2 takes off directly from where Halloween ended, and like I say, if you want a double bill, you can watch these movies back to back. And they did actually intend on ending it there, because, like I say, John Carpenter wanted to go for the anthology route. And if the anthology idea had took off, these two films may have been all we got of Michael Myers. But in a way, I'm glad that they brought back the Michael Myers story, because he's pretty much the face of the series now. But this one at the time, I see it was like a good conclusion to this story, and I liked it. And I always try and watch the original once a year around this time, and sometimes I like to watch these two back to back. I mean, there are a bit of flaws with the second movie and that, but at the end of the day, this was a good time. And John Carpenter wasn't even interested in making a sequel, and remained as a co-writer and producer in this film. But yeah, despite Carpenter not believing in in the first film even, he created one of the best slasher series of all time with this. So yes, there you go. There is my ranking for the Halloween timelines. So how would you rank them? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are linked down below in the description, so feel free to check all that out. And if you go over to my horror channel, I'm doing 31 days, where I'm uploading daily on that one in the build up to Halloween. So be sure to go over there and check that out. So yeah, I've been Random Ross. This has been my Halloween ranking of the timelines. So, until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.